Welcome, welcome everybody. Today we are going to be making a poor man's soup. The kind of stuff you go in those fancy schmancy restaurants and you pay big bucks for one little teeny bowl of soup. We're going to be making tonight. Okay. And what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be sitting down tonight because my foot's bothering me. But we're going to put one stick of butter in a pot. Okay? Just one stick. And if you don't have butter, you can use a little bit of bacon grease or something, but you need some type of fat. I either use butter or a little bit of bacon grease. And you're going to want to turn your pan on low. Mine will turn on. Mine don't want to turn on today again. It wants to be hard-headed. So I have to light it with the match, y'all. So, anyway, I'm going to put it on low. And I'm using a stock pot because I'm sure I'll have some bubbling and I don't want to get burnt. So I'm using a tall stock pot. Let your butter melt down a little bit. And then you're going to add one giant onion, or just use whatever kind of onions you got. If you don't have fresh onions, you can use like dehydrated onions. I've got 2 stalks of celery in this. If you want to beef it up a little bit, you can put like 1 diced carrot in, small little pieces. But I'm just using celery and onion in mine, okay? So that's what we're going to use, 1 giant onion. And a lot of times I'll put onion, the top part of the green onion. I'll put that in there or some chives. Hold on 1 second. Honey, I'm live. Hey, I'm live. Okay. I love you. Okay. I love you. Bye. I had a call. I had to let them know I was live. Okay, but we're going to put the lid on that soup, and we're going to let it cook down. It should take about 10 minutes for the onions and the celery to cook down. And while we're waiting on that to go, I'm going to take a block of cheese, and I'm going to start shredding me some cheese off. Now, this is some homemade cheese, y'all. And it has started getting a little bit of the, moldy on it. So we're going to cut that off. That just means it tastes better. It's aged real good. So we're going to cut that off. Okay. So anyway, we're going to shred some homemade cheese. I'm going to cut a little bit off of this. It finally stopped having it was kind of squishy feeling until I realized I needed to just cover it and let it sit in the refrigerator and let it get harder. So, but we are definitely going to use probably, I'd say I'll shred up a cup of this cheese. Now, the thing is, if you use shredded cheese out of the store, unless the package says it's not coated with wax, they'll coat that cheese with wax to keep it from sticking together, or they'll put a anti-caking agent in it. Now, you don't want you don't want to be eating that stuff. So just get you a little block of cheap cheese and shred it yourself if you can't make your homemade cheese. And I got it square like this because I have a cheese mold, and I also have a mold that I use for making soap, and I have little holes that I put in the bottom of it, and what I do is I press it down and the water comes out of the cheese. But you have to, it takes a while. You have to put something weighted on the top of it. I used a couple books to weight mine down because I didn't want to spend the money buying their weights. So I just used some books to weight mine down. And I covered it up and I put it in a cool place to keep it cool. So, and I made that last winter. So it took from winter till now to get it this hard. Okay. So making cheese, the soft cheese you can do within a few minutes, but when it comes to hard cheese that needs to age a little bit, it can take months. And sometimes it will get a little bit of mold on it, and you just have to knock it off. So, but yeah, that's about a cup of cheese grated up. We don't need any more than that. So, I'm gonna put that back in there. I used the rest of my store-bought cheese I had the other day when I made something Italian. I can't remember what it was, but I used it last week. So, but anyway, we're going to put that in our little cup that we just took the onions out of. Because y'all, I'm not trying to clean a whole bunch of dishes tonight. Okay, y'all. Who all was in here tonight? My little screen thing is small, so I can't really see y'all. It might be in here. Now I have some brie cheese. It's got peppercorns in it right here. And I want to go ahead and use it up. I got it on clearance one day at a store called Food Lion. And I got like 3 little things of it. So we're going to put this brie cheese in here. Now, when you first buy brie cheese, if you buy it from the store, it's going to have a really strong odor. And you might think, well, that stuff's bad. But it's not bad. It's just it has a strong odor, okay? So we're going to use that. And I don't like the outside of the cheese on that. So I just always cut that off. If I buy it from the store, I don't like that stuff that they put on it on the outside, that flavoring or whatever it is. So I always cut that right off. It's supposed to be some kind of smoked flavoring that they put on it, and I just don't like it, so I just cut it off. Okay, but I'm using the cheese that I have, which is I'm going to use up that brie cheese, and I've sliced a little bit of the cheddar cheese, and I'm going to use about 4 ounces of cream cheese. This is that bougie cheese my husband bought from the store, that Philadelphia stuff. We're going to use about 4 ounces of this. So I don't buy the bougie cheese. I just get if I buy cream cheese, I just buy the cheap stuff. But typically I'll usually make it homemade. But we're trying to use up this stuff in the refrigerator. So and if you're trying to stretch your cream cheese, you can always whip it up and stretch it out. I don't even think I'll use 4 ounces. I think I'll just do about 3 ounces. Okay? Yeah, I'm just going to do 3 ounces. See, about 3 ounces. I'm going to stick that in there. And the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shred up some Parmesan cheese. Some good old hard Parmesan cheese. Okay, let's see here. Before I do that, I'm going to go check because I don't see any comments. So I'm going to check the chat and see what's going on. And see if I can find out what's going on with my chat box, because I can't see it. Maybe there's something wrong with YouTube. Hello? Hey, have you made any comments in chat? Okay, I'm not seeing it on my end. I wonder what's the deal. Okay, baby, I love you. All right, bye, bye. Bye. Okay, y'all, it is not letting me see my comments, so I may have to shut my live down and restart everything because it is not letting me see everybody's comments. So let me try one. Okay. Yeah, it's not letting me see anything. Oh my goodness. I wonder why. Uh, Comments. I'm looking, y'all. I'm trying to see if I can figure out what the deal is. Okay. It's probably on my. Yeah, I don't know why I can't see y'all either. Um, So let's see here. Maybe it's something on my end. Not sure. I'm not quite sure. Okay, y'all, I'm going to go on and add my potatoes into my onions. And then I'll see if I can figure out why it's going to give me a hard time. Okay, when you add your potatoes, add about 2 quarts of water, which is a half gallon. No, 1 quart of water. I'm sorry. Add about 1 quart of water. In other words, make sure your potatoes are covered with about a half an inch of water. Okay? So, let me see here if I can figure out why my comments aren't showing up. Okay. I don't know why it's not working for me. It just doesn't seem to want to work right for me. Okay. That's okay. Okay, I'm just going to have to go back to my regular screen and look at you guys. Okay, Dusty Road, welcome, welcome. Nice to meet you. Echo, glad to have you. Alfred's Kingdom, glad to have you. Yeah, I don't know. It might be something might be up with StreamYard tonight. I'm not sure. Oh, thank you. I like my colorful blouse too. Okay, now, y'all, I'm going to try to keep my mind on what I was doing. And I got to wash my hands real quick because I just jumped. So, got to wash my hands first. Oh, and I need my broccoli to my potatoes. So now we're going to turn those potatoes up to about medium heat, which on my gas stove is 4. So I am going to start shredding up my Parmesan cheese. Okay, is y'all's chat still moving? Because my chat is not moving at all. Okay, I'm going to do this. See if this will help me. Nope, it won't let me do it. Man, okay. That's okay. It won't let me do that. Okay, so banners, media assets, style, people, private chat. It just doesn't want to let me do it. That's all right. It's something wrong with You know what? I can see the comments now, but I had to back out of StreamYard. I've still got StreamYard up, but I had to go to YouTube, pause my video on YouTube on my end, and I'm looking at the chat on the YouTube end. Okay. Okay. It looks okay to you, Dusty? Okay. Do you need the plastic cutting board to make this recipe? Well, you don't need to have the plastic cutting board. I'm just using my plastic cutting board because I want to not kill my butcher block. You'll make faces at me so it moves. Thank you very much. Yeah, I decided to try to be more sit down and do something that I can interact with y'all more so I'm not so busy. So I did a lot of the preparations before we got started, you know. So I figured this will be something good that we can just do, y'all. Parmesan cheese is so yummy, y'all. You know that? My goodness. So how was everybody's day today? Has everybody had a good day? You don't have to use as much Parmesan as I'm cutting, but we like Parmesan cheese, so I am cutting some Parmesan cheese tonight. You hear me? Bada bing, y'all. Look at that. That's about a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese. And that's a lot of Parmesan cheese. Y'all know what I'm saying? Put my little Parmesan cheese in this little zippy bag right here. Y'all got a lot of rain where you were at, Dusty? Well, that's good if you've been needing rain. Or did you not need rain? Oh, okay. Well, thank you, all for his kingdom. Thank you very much for trying to be a good Samaritan and remind me I needed to use my cutting board. Hey, OG, how are you doing, baby? OG, ain't it good to be back, baby? Okay, y'all. There is the Parmesan cheese. I'm going to set all my cheeses to the side till my taters get nice and soft. Okay? I'm going to put this other cheese in the refrigerator. So, now I get to talk because guess what? I got my soup in here and it's rocking and rolling cooking, y'all. I can hear it. Okay. You didn't get over 60 all day, Anna? Dusty, you're in Ohio? That's where Mama T's from. She should be here within a few minutes. She said she'd catch us in about 30 minutes. OG, you fried fish the other day. Was it good? Was it yummy? Because I like me some yummy fried fish, you know. Just saying. Okay. I need to get me some thyme. I need to find my thyme or my thyme blend. Got to get my seasonings together. Let's see. Okay. Well, that's terrible. I cannot believe that. Rosemary. Oh, okay, that's right. I poured it in there. That's all right. I poured it in this. That's right. Okay. I found it. I found it. Yay. Okay, y'all. I was getting ready to panic. I put the rosemary and thyme blend in a little um, leftover shaker because I didn't have a lot of it, and I wanted to blend it up in tiny little pieces. Let's see here. Catfish, walleye, and white bass. You cooked all of that? Yeah, that's quite a variety. They were delicious. I bet they were. I haven't had walleye in years. Not since I was up in Wisconsin. Well, no, that's not true because somebody brought some down after they went back home visiting. So that's still been years. Yeah, I haven't had walleye in years. They were up from where close to where Anna's from. One of my friends, Anna. So just saying. Hey, six fish is still six fish, honey. That's good. I, yeah, any amount of fish that you can have is good. So let's see here. Y'all, I figured out what's wrong on my end. It's because when I first set up my StreamYard, I set it as private because I was going to try to work on some stuff. And I didn't want to hit public yet. So I guess I can't do that anymore. I've got to start it off with public in order for it to do right. So, Echo, you know what? I understand. I was trying to be respectful, baby. I was trying to be respectful. Y'all, Echo is Anna. Just so y'all know, I just didn't want to blast her name out because, some people have a hard time when you use their name, and I'm trying real hard to remember. But y'all, some of these people are very close to me, and I get so used to saying their real name when we're talking that when I see them in chat, I go blasting out their name, and I don't mean to do that. So I'm trying to be better about not doing that. So forgive me, y'all. So I got to have me some coffee, y'all. Today's been one of them days. I had in the middle of the day, I started feeling funny, and I got tired, and I felt like I was going to be sick. So I set my hiney down on my reclining couch in there, like the not so bright, intelligent person that I can be sometimes. And I fell asleep. And my poor husband, he didn't want to try to wake me up because I had said, honey, I just really don't feel good. So he decided he was going to let me sleep. And 3 hours later, I woke up. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I've slept the day away. And there was so much I wanted to do. But I felt so bad, y'all. Sometimes, you just have to, if you feel bad, sometimes you just got to slow down. And rest is one way our body heals, And I definitely felt a lot better after I had taken that rest. So instead of kicking myself in the hiney for having slept, I just said, okay, well, my body needed it. So, but I'm still going to try to keep from doing that. Oh, you don't mind me calling you Tomahawk Queen? No, yeah. Yeah, y'all. Echo is Anna, and she is our Tomahawk Queen. Okay? Our Native American Queen, our Tomahawk Queen. Because if you make her mad, given the right circumstance, if somebody was bothering her, that girl might throw a machete at you. I would not want to be the burglar that stumbled upon her house. Because she might chop, and ask questions later. I don't think that's going to work out too good for that robber. I'm just saying. Yeah, it was very sweet of him to let me sleep. I was very, very tired. And it's not a tired of, oh, I ate too much lunch tired or anything like that, because I hadn't ate lunch or anything, I just didn't feel good. So it wasn't like a lunch food coma or siesta time. It was just I didn't feel good though. So, see, you're putting my spoon in a meter. Y'all, one thing about your soup is you can do your onions where they're translucent looking, but I like to do mine where they're just starting to caramelize and turn a little bit brown. That's the way we like our potato soup, where it has a little bit of a tannish brown texture, but not to the point where your onions burn. Okay, we don't want burnt onions, but I do like the caramelized effect. It does something for the depth of your soup, in my opinion. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to make you spit your water out. All for it. You're right. I'm glad I got that rest too, because, honey, I was feeling burnt out bad. You know, burnt out big time. So, but, yep. Okay, we got 5 people watching. We got 4 likes. So, leave me a like if if you hadn't. Just saying. Okay. We got our garlic. We have our rosemary, thyme, and specialty blend right here. We have some supreme season, which is basically powdered peppers, onions, garlic, again, thyme, rosemary, a little bit of sage, which, when you eat sausage, that little zingy flavor, that's sage. That's in this. Parsley. Oh, okay. Oh, you see 7 likes? Yeah. My thing on my tally board is messed up, I guess. But yeah, so this supreme seasoning is really good. And the bad thing is I had been buying it at Dollar Tree. Y'all, I did get it for $1. Then they went up to $1.25. And I think they're going up to $1.50 on it. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna be mixing it all on my own from now on. That's crazy. Just saying. So Debbie probably won't be buying her supreme seasoning at the Dollar Tree no more. Debbie will be going and making it herself and mixing it up, because that's ridiculous. They keep going up and going up and going up. Just saying. You know what I mean, jelly beans? Well, can't click on the comment because y'all weren't letting me show my comments. I'm trying, y'all. It won't let me do it. It will not let me put the comments on the stage or nothing. Okay, let's see if that helps. Okay, I don't know if that made a difference or not. No, no, it didn't. Did not. Okay, it's all right. I'll just have to go back and when I'm done making the soup, if y'all want us to still be live, we can just open another live. But for right now, to keep the video together, I'm just going to go back and bounce between the StreamYard and checking on y'all's comments. Yeah, Echo, I think you're right, honey. It's, yeah, it's crazy. So is anybody here that hadn't made a comment? Yes, all four they did. There was the two that popped while we were no, I didn't. I know. I'm thinking of my other peach jam. Yeah, they all popped. Um, I done a video to show them later, the next day. Or not? I didn't do it. Did I do a video? No, I did a short. That's what I did. I put up a short, and that cherry jam is wonderful. It tastes so good, y'all. Oh my goodness. Mm. I'm like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Okay. Do what, sweetheart? Okay, baby. The soup's rocking and rolling, honey. It's rocking and rolling. Y'all, now it is time for us to add. Goodness, I'm spilling stuff. We're going to add about, a tablespoon or so. Yeah, I really like that spring seasoning. Just saying. About a tablespoon and a half of supreme seasoning. And we're putting about a tablespoon of parsley. We're going to put some, this says garlic salt, but this is half garlic salt, half regular garlic. Because I mixed it. I had half of a thing of garlic salt, and what I did was I just filled it up with garlic powder and shook it up. And we won't be buying garlic salt anymore, or I won't. And actually, I didn't even buy that. My son did, but I told him don't buy garlic salt anymore. It's not necessary, you know? Not necessary at all. So, oh, and a little bit of, no, I don't need celery seed. What am I doing? I already have celery seed in it. Okay, now you guys, I'm going to get me a spoon and I'm just going to taste it before I do anything else. All right. This will tell me how much milk I need to add to it. It needs to cook a little bit longer before I go add anything. So, we need to leave it be right now. Okay? Got to leave it be. Yeah, I don't buy onion salt, garlic salt, or anything. I have that container because my son, when he does barbecue on the smoker and stuff, y'all, he goes and buys all this bougie seasoning stuff. He bought the stuff called Black Magic. Y'all, I looked at. I'm gonna get it. Okay. I'm gonna get the container of Black Magic. Okay. And I'm gonna read you the ingredients, and y'all know what's in this container. And what's in this container is not the original ingredients. This has been filled and refilled. Okay. It says Black Magic Spiceology. Okay. It says on the back of it, it's funny. I'm Black Magic. Keep me on the counter for when you crave a slow burning heat that won't melt your face off. Who doesn't love onion, garlic, paprika, and just enough cayenne? I'm your new weeknight dinners are never boring Cajun blackening blend. Y'all, I used smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, onion, and other stuff in here. And how can you pay $6 for that little thing of? I don't get it. Okay, I'm not gonna spend $6 on how many ounces? 4.4 ounces. That's crazy. So I've been refilling it, and he said, Mama, that Black Magic lasts forever. And I just don't say nothing. I'm like, And he might watch this video and say, Mama, you've been tricking me. So just saying, son, if you watch it, Mama, sorry, but I'm not spending $6 on no Black Magic. Just saying. So now you know my trick, son. Just saying. Yeah, you know what? And the garlic granules and the little chipped garlic, like garlic flakes, and that is so the flavor is just so yum. Good stuff. Good stuff. Okay. I am going to grab out my milk with cream. My cream. I might as well just say cream because it's whole milk. You know. Here we go. This is my milk. This is my cheese. This is my milk. and my Parmesan. So I'm gonna, okay, yeah, those taters are good and soft. Now, y'all, I will tell you this. If you don't have a lot of potatoes, like let's say you only have maybe 2 or 3 potatoes, but you have to feed a lot of people. If you've got like 1 carrot, maybe a little bit of some other kind of vegetable in your refrigerator, you can throw it in there. And if you have dehydrated potato flakes, like for making instant mashed potatoes, you can go ahead and once the potatoes that you've got cooked already, once they're soft, you can actually add in some dehydrated potato flake. And that's actually what I'm getting ready to do, because I didn't want to use up my fresh potatoes, but I have plenty of mashed potatoes that are dehydrated. So I'm going to get some of those and we're going to use some of that. Because I always have mashed potato, dehydrated mashed potato. And the thing is when you go to get creamed potato soup in a lot of these places, it is that this is exactly what they're using. Okay? Just letting you know that. So I'm going to use about a cup. We're going to start off with a cup. Now I'm going to add my milk with cream in it. And I'm just going to put about, that was about 4 cups of milk with the cream. But if you don't have milk with cream in it, just use milk. It'll just take a little bit longer to thicken up. Okay? And if you want the creamy, you can always add to a little bit more butter. Okay, but I only used 1 stick of butter because I knew I was using milk with the cream in it. So, but yeah, we're going to stir this up now. See what we've got. Now, I'm not going to mash my potatoes up. Some people will. My family likes to have some chunks in theirs. All right, so and now we add the cheese. So we'll add the Parmesan. Well, we'll add a little bit of it in here now, but the rest of it we'll do at the very last. Okay. So. And after adding the cheese, it'll take about 5 minutes. Okay? Maybe 8. Now I'm going to give it a little taste test again. Oh, y'all. That's good. That is so good, y'all. It does not need more than 1 cup of the instant potatoes at all. So, yeah. And I will put some of this black magic seasoning that is our black magic seasoning. It's not really theirs. I will put some of that on the top of my soup when I go to eat my soup because it's good. Okay? Okay, y'all, my little puppies are out of water, so I got to give them some water. These little puppies go through some water now. Y'all got some clean kidneys, don't you, Bella? Okay, Mama, just give me my water. Give me my water. Let me have my water, please. There's your water, baby. Now, my puppies probably think I'm crazy. I talk to them all the time, like they're people. Okay, y'all. Are we still going? Are we still live? Let's go here and see. Yep, says we're still live. And we're just cooking and cooking. Now come on, y'all. I sit down at my thing right here so I could talk to you. So y'all got to talk in the chat now. So I can interact with y'all. It's alive. Yeah, I bet you it is. Y'all, look at this. My hubby went and got me one of these Cokes earlier. And it's got the name Caitlin on it. And there's this little girl that grew up with our son. And her name is Caitlin. So we both took a picture of it. And we're going to send her a picture of her name to let her know we was thinking about her. Because we absolutely adore that youngin'. She's all grown now, but we love her to pieces. Okay, baby doll. Much love to you too. Much love to you too. But yeah, so we had to do that. We took a picture of it, saved it, and I'm gonna send her a message and mess with her. Say, yeah, we got your name on a bottle. I'll probably cut the label off of it, and put it in our memories book. And I know y'all probably think that sounds silly, but no. We love this little gal a whole lot. She's near and dear to our hearts. Several of our son's friends that will ride around here, y'all, watching those kids grow up, they feel like they're part of your family, and her and her siblings, when I look at them, I want the best for them just like I do my son. Her oldest sister just had a baby, and her and her husband had been married for a while, and they were wanting a baby, so they finally got to have them a little girl. And I was so tickled knowing, they wanted a baby so bad, and they finally got to have one. And I remember, y'all, when that girl was little, she was just little, knee-high to a grasshopper, like my son, little. And, you watch them grow up and you want the best for them. It's like seeing your extended family. You know, so yeah, yeah. They come in here doing a drive by, stop in and say, hey, you know, later taters. But that woman's always busy. She, y'all, she's so busy she can barely do her own shows and have time for them, let alone going to YouTube. Yeah, I mean, she's always on the go. Hmm. Yeah, I think I'll stick to my coffee. Yeah, she is a real go-getter. That's right. Okay, y'all, the soup is getting thick. Okay. All right, y'all. Let me get a bowl out so I can show y'all the soup. The soup is officially done, y'all. Now, how long have I been on here? Let's see here. An hour and 2 minutes. So it literally took this soup an hour and 2 minutes to get made. Okay. Okay. Y'all, this is the soup. Oh, oh, that's hot. Oh, oh my goodness. Ow. Oh, it's so hot. Okay. That is the soup right there. You see that? It's yummy, yummy, yummy. See how it's a little bit kind of brownish colored. It's got a little bit of a brown color to it. That's because I made the onions caramelize because we like that flavor. Okay. Now remember, it's just simple. It's potatoes, onions, celery if you have it. You can put a little bit of carrot in it. You can put a little bit of corn in it. Y'all don't have to just put potato in it. And like I said, if you don't have a lot of potato, or okay, let's say you don't even have potato. Let's say you have the carrots and the onions and the celery and all that, and you don't have potato, but you have some potato flakes, or you have leftover mashed potatoes or a leftover baked potato. You take you start your stock just the way I did. Some butter, or like I told you, some bacon grease or something, and sweat down your onions and your celery. And if you want to put the carrots in it, then do that. Sweat it down, let it get soft. If you don't like the caramelized flavoring, don't caramelize them. Just let them go. Okay. If you want to go ahead and throw you some garlic cloves in there, which I wouldn't suggest doing it with your onions because you don't want your garlic to burn. You know, sometimes garlic can burn easy. But anyway, cook that down and let those other vegetables get done, and go ahead and add your if you want to use chicken stock or beef stock or vegetable stock instead of water, add that. Let it cook for maybe 20 minutes. And once that's done, you can add potato flakes or whatever you want to add in it. If you don't have the potatoes, leftover mashed potatoes or leftover baked potatoes you mush up. Throw it in there, let it cook for a little bit, do a little taste test, see if you want to add something else. Y'all, this meal right here, this little bowl of soup is probably going to end up costing about 30 cents with as much as I made. That's a really good price. Okay. With the exception of the bougie cream cheese, that would probably make it about 60 cents a bowl, basically triple because, bougie cream cheese. Maybe 50 cents. Maybe not 60 cents. But about 50 cents a bowl. But you don't even have to use store-bought cream cheese. Like, I make cream cheese all the time from milk that's getting ready to go bad. I just turn it into cream cheese or sour cream or mozzarella cheese or whatever, y'all, with soft cheese that you can spread. You do not have to go out and spend a lot of money on cheese. You can literally make it from some leftover milk. It's all about the technique. Because think about it. All cheese is made with milk and an agent to get it to separate from the whey, to separate from the milk. It's separated. Separate the cream from the whey. And, then if you want to preserve it for a long time, like a hardened cheese, you have to add a little bit of salt to it to get it to dry out. It's just about the technique. It's not always about the ingredients. It's how you handle them, how you mix them up, how long you leave it on the stove, what temperature you put it at, how much you stir it. How long do you get the water out of it? It's about the technique. But anyway, there's your little bowl of soup, y'all. So that is that little tiny bowl, depending on where you get it at. I've seen restaurants like a local restaurant here. I won't name no names. They charge almost $6.95 for a little bowl of soup, and yeah, I'm not gonna pay $6.95 for no little inky dinky bowl of soup that is soup that they literally poured out of a can and put it in there. Nope, not doing it. I'll make my little homemade simple soup right there and keep right on trucking, y'all. Hey, Scotty, how are you? No, that's not French onion soup. It's potato. Yeah, what she said. Potato, broccoli, and cheese soup. That's right. And I did put a little bit of broccoli in it. Not a bunch, just, a couple little florets. And it's going to taste so yummy. I think I put like 3 florets in it. And that was it. And y'all, the good thing is, on your broccoli, and I was talking to Echo about this on the phone earlier, you can literally save your stems from like collards, broccoli, even the hard pieces of the cabbage that a lot of people don't like to eat. They say they're sort of bitter. Y'all, I have sauteed them and then put sesame oil on them. And that sesame oil takes that bitter right out of that. I save those stems and stuff for stir fries, soups. I have literally made a pot of soup before for my family, and they loved it, where it was literally just a bunch of collard stems that I cut up in little pieces. And I had like a half a head of broccoli and some mashed taters. And I think I did use, a can of my beefy onion soup that I put up homemade. Yeah, I did. I put 1 pint jar of beefy onion that I made. But you don't have to use that if you want a beefy flavor or a chicken flavor. You can use a little bit of bouillon and give it some flavor like that as far as meat flavor. But you don't have to put meat in it. You know, there's no meat in this. Now, I did think about putting some bacon in it, but I changed my mind. I said, you don't always have to have meat per se. I put a little piece of ham in it before, just one little slice of ham, cubed up, and put it in there. You could do that. Just saying. But there's several things you can do. Well, Scotty, I hope you get to feeling better, bud. You just keep on praying, keep on trying to eat as healthy as you can eat, and we'll keep on praying for you always. So yeah, but y'all, what I'm saying is, this is simple. Simple, simple, simple. You don't have to have a whole lot. Just saying. Now, I am going to, let's see here. I'm going to do something here. Okay, y'all. I dropped that link in chat. I am going to go ahead and end this stream. Does anybody have any questions or anything before I go? Okay, I dropped the link. I'm going to go on and close this down. Yeah, crumbles the bacon, that's right. And I'm going to shut the room down. Y'all have a beautiful, blessed night. Take care of yourselves. And I hope each and every one of you, have like I said, a good night. Take care of yourselves. I love you. Till the next time.